In Luke 12, we hear about the parable of testing the servants. And the Lord said, "Who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over a household to give them their portion of meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he comes, shall find him so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all what they have. But if that faithful servant in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink the drunken, the Lord that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, in an hour when he is not aware, will cut him asunder, and appoint him his portions with the unbelievers. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not, and did commit things worthy of stripes, shall be beaten with few stripes. And to whosoever much is given, of him shall be much required, and to whose men have committed much of him, they will ask more." This is referring to the time we are in. How someone, meat in due season is a mature Christian, and they trying to find my place, I'm sorry. Talking about the pre-tribulation rapture. Notice the one that says his Lord delayeth his coming, and he'll beat or argue with his fellow servant, and then drink with the drunken. He's worldly. It's all about those that are teaching against the pre-tribulation rapture of the church. We see this again in Matthew 24:36 through 51. "But of that day and hour no man knoweth the angels of heaven, but the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of man be." And it talks about how one will be in the field, one taken, one left. Two women grinding on a mill, one taken, one left. As you read farther down, it states here, "Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord shall find him so doing." And also, "But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, to eat and drink of the drunken, Lord, that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth." Jesus Christ himself is showing one in the field, one taken, one not. That's referring to the rapture of the church. If you're teaching against this, he has a special place for you in hell. Why? Because you're denying Christ before man. Denying Jesus before man, he'll deny you before the Father. This is very severe. A lot of people say, well, it doesn't matter what you believe when it does matter. We are told to know sound doctrine. It's your responsibility to know the truth of God. Because if you're born again Christian, this is what you see. Because you're living for God. It's all those people that seem to be religious that aren't living for God that are damned. We got to get them to God before it's too late.